Good
Once
morning.
again.
Good morning.
Good morning, guys. Good morning. Welcome to the second session today. So this is session two for website development, and in today's session, like I said yesterday, we are going to be starting with the website itself. Uh, Before we can do that, we need to set up your hosting and domain. So, how many of you were able to purchase the hosting, and what plan did you go forward with? Anybody? So the monthly plan will be more expensive. That is why
Yes, sir. I will take in another month.
you will have to renew it for the next 6 months till your course to
Okay,
the
sir.
last module, and the monthly plan will eventually be more expensive
Uh-huh. Yes, sir.
because so you should have gone for the yearly plan. Chalo, ठीक है. And what about the domain?
Uh, temporary domain, sir. Because
Temporary domain.
हाँ.
Which temporary domain? The one that you get from hosting that you're talking about?
Yes, sir. Hostinger site dot kuch.
Right, right. Katish has gone for the premium plan, right? Anybody else? Manish, Divyansh, what about you guys?
Yeah, I chose a single web hosting for 1 year along with the domain name for 1 year.
So purchase both of these things separately, right?
Yeah,
Okay. And domain you've purchased from Hostinger only or GoDaddy?
Hostinger, yeah.
Got it. Got it. All right. All right. And Divyansh, what about you? Have you purchased it as well? All right. So let's launch the website first, right? And since my website is already launched, I'll not be able to show you guys the steps for that. So I think Trisha, you've gone ahead with the premium plan. So if possible, can you share your screen? We'll take a look at the setup on your screen and then we'll continue with
Yes, can you just give me a second? I'll just try to share my screen.
Sure. Yeah, I've given you the permission. Okay, sure.
So is it visible?
Yeah, you can see it. Yes. All right. So after you've purchased the hosting from Hostinger, this is the setup for your website. This is the launch for your website. So you'll select myself here and you'll proceed to the next step. For the single plan as well, the setup will be very similar. It's just that there will be very small difference that you don't have the free domain to connect to. So you will have to enter your own domain name there. We'll take a look at it. Create a website. Now here you have to select WordPress because that is the platform that we want to use. So we'll select WordPress and we'll click on next. Now these are the login details for your WordPress account. Basically, whenever you would want to log into your WordPress admin, right? That is the place where you edit your website from. So these are the details for that. You have to remember the email ID and you can create your own password. Trisha, you can just remove this password from here and create your own. Click on the administrator password box there. Yeah.
Sir, I already have created a password.
Have you for this as well?
Yeah. Is this different from the login account?
For this is for WordPress. So previously, whatever you've created, that should be for hosting error.
So is
You can
it
click on.
keep it the same? Actually, I'm very bad with passwords. So
You can. Yeah.
yeah.
No. I mean, not the same because this is a random password. Probably you can click on this eye icon here to see
No,
what password this
it's
is.
the same password that I already put.
Can you click on this eye icon? It will be confirmed which password this is.
Okay, yeah. So,
You can enter the same password. Right. So from here, we're not going to select a template. We'll click on create blank site. Yes. Now you have a free domain. If you have finalized a name for your domain, you can enter that here. Try entering the name here. You have a domain name in mind.
not yet. I didn't do the domain part.
What? Okay. Okay, no problem. So we'll click on use temporary domain for now. Yeah, India is already selected. Click on next. Right. So this is installing WordPress and launching your website now, which will take around 2 to 3 minutes. It will not take longer than that. The rest of you guys can also follow the same steps to launch your website. When it asks you for your domain name, if you have purchased it from a different platform or from Hostinger, wherever you've purchased it from, just enter your domain name there and you will see the next steps to connect it if it is from a different platform. If it's from Hostinger, then it will be connected by just clicking on it. So when you enter your domain name under the drop down, you will see your name and you can click on that to connect it with this website. So these are the 5 to 6 steps to launch your website. Let's wait for this 1 second. Till the time, you guys can also follow these steps so that everybody is on the same page before we start. right? So now this is, Trisha, this is your website now. This is the back end of the website,
Okay.
right? So this is where you'll start editing everything. If you want to take a look at the front end, at the top, there is a home icon, right? Top left. Uh, yes, top left here, here, this one. Click on that. This button will take you to the front end of the website. And this is how the website looks like to a regular visitor, a regular user who does not have the access to your website. If you want to start editing, you can click on the light gray woodcock name again, yeah, and that will take you back to the dashboard. From here, if you want to go to the H panel, which is your hostinger panel where you manage your hosting and domains and everything else, then on at the top above this, on the in the center, there is a hostinger logo, yeah, and then you go to H panel home. Right. So can you click on the hamburger menu on the top left? And now click on home. Is this the home page? Yeah, this is okay. All right, all right. This is the home page. So from here, this is how next time when you're trying to open your website, for now you'll have to come to Hostinger, Trisha, right? You have to come to Hostinger, then you'll have to click on the menu on the left. Click on the menu.
Here. Yeah.
Yes. Now go to websites. Website list. It's there on the right. From here, you'll go to WP admin.
W. This one, right?
Yes. This is for the next visit, whenever in the next session, whenever you would want to visit your backend.
Okay.
Okay. But once your domain is connected, to connect your domain, also there's just one simple step that you need to follow. Click on websites once again in the second tab. Just go to the second tab. Now you have that hosting a tab open, no? Second one. Just click on that. It's already there on second tab. So okay.
So I didn't
So
get this. This itself, right?
yeah, this page only, but this was already open. That is what I was saying.
Okay.
No problem. So from here, what you have to do whenever you would want to connect your domain, because I think you need some time to think about that. Once you finalize the domain name, you can click on connect domain here, right?
Yeah.
Try clicking on it. And then the same interface will appear in front of you. Just enter the domain name that you finalized.
Okay.
In a drop down, it will show you all of the names that are available for free. So just try entering any name here for now. No, that's a very popular keyword.
I have nothing in mind right now.
Just try entering your name here. Just try entering your name, just as an example. .com.in, whatever. Yeah. So now these are all of the free domains that are available for this name that you want,
Okay.
right? You can select just like this. You'll have to select the free ones, but just make sure that you don't select a domain with a different country code,
Yeah.
right? That is it. This is how you have to connect it. You just select it and it will be connected. You'll have to verify that first. Once you verify it, it will be connected to your domain hosting instantly. Right? You can go back. Yes. And now, and once the domain is active for everybody, then also I'll show you how to access the website. You can stop sharing now, Disha. Thank you. Okay. Were you guys able to follow all of these steps?
Sir,
Mr.
actually, I had one doubt.
Yeah, Bhumi.
Actually, I just wanted to know the difference between the Hostinger with the one which is paid one and the other one is Pantheon one.
Yes.
I guess it is free, right? To
Uh, so Bhumi, have you attended this session before? Are you doing this for the
yeah, I've attended it. At that time, I have made it from Hostinger as well as one from the Pantheon one to just know the difference, like how does it work? So I was confused between the two. I
Uh-huh.
wanted to know the difference exactly. Like, are there some features which will not be available in the Pantheon one, or somewhat like that?
On Pantheon, there is no feature limitation. However, there are a bunch of other limitations because number one, it is a sandbox website, so it does not give you a lot of space, right? The server is very shaky. It can crash at any point of time as long as you don't have a lot of things on your website, and it can get very slow very fast. Also, in every 2 months there is something, so you have to put in some code on Pantheon. If you don't do that, in like 2 to 3 months your website can stop working, the sandbox website that you have there.
Oh, okay, sir. And also, sir, from the one which I purchased from Hostinger, so I
Mhm.
made the website, I made the domain name as well. But the issue
Okay.
I'm facing is that I'm unable to put the logo of my brand. For example, I'm making a website for my store itself.
Okay.
So I have made the logo, but when I am uploading at the WordPress site, it is the logo is not reflecting only.
All right. No problem. We'll take a look at that. We've not reached that step yet.
Yeah. Okay.
We're just launching the website for now.
Sure.
Once
Okay.
we are at that step, I'll take a look at it.
Yes. Thank you.
All right. Okay. So yeah, so Survi, Anish, and Divyansh, were you guys also able to follow along and launch your website, complete the launch of your website? Ashutosh, I think you just joined. Hi. Hello.
I just observed. I did not do it.
You can also do it on your end.
I'm here, sir, because
Yeah, Survi,
it is too fast, sir. So that's why we can't do the steps.
can you share your screen? We can do it for you. Very good.
Sir, I am unable to share my screen right now.
Okay. Yeah. No problem. So, Survi, you'll have to follow the recording then in that case after the
Okay, I
session.
will. Okay.
Yeah, I just wanted everybody to be on the same page so that you guys can also try everything out practically. But nonetheless, I'll move forward to the next step now. Okay, once your domain is also connected, like I was saying earlier, for now, since the domain is not connected, Tisha, we launched your website and anybody else that launched their website, if your domain is not connected yet, uh, then for now you have to visit your website from the Edge panel only. So you go to the Edge panel first, then you go to websites, and then on the right hand side, you will see your website, the one that you have launched. and then you need to click on WP admin on the right hand side. This is how you have to access the WP admin or the backend of your website.
Similarly, can you also tell right from the Hostinger homepage what are the first steps?
From the Hostinger homepage only, you need to first, on the left hand side, there's a menu. You need to click on that.
Okay.
Then you will see this websites option there, right? Click on websites. Click on websites list if that appears after it. Otherwise, on the right hand side, you'll instantly see your website that you launched, right? Then on the right hand side, you need to click on WP admin under your website. This button will be there under the website that you launched.
And where do we find the Edge panel?
Edge panel is as soon as you log into your Hostinger account, you'll be taken to the Edge panel.
Okay.
So from the right hand side, top right, you can click on your name. If you are not taken to the Edge panel right away, after logging into Hostinger, you can click on your name and then there will be an Edge panel button there.
Fine.
Right. So this is for when your domain is not connected. These are the steps that you have to follow until and unless your domain is not connected. Once your domain is connected, however, then accessing your website becomes much easier. You don't have to follow all of these steps. All you have to do is you need to enter your domain name followed by a slash WP-admin. So you enter this URL in your URL bar. This will take you to the login page for your website. So the username and password, Trisha, that you just created while launching the website,
Yeah.
right? That is when that will be required,
Okay.
right? Once you're on that login page, you need to enter those details there. So for example, this is so this is a website, right? This is the domain name that I entered. If I want to access the backend of this website, all I do is I'll enter a / WP-admin, and then this login page will appear. Then I just need to enter my login details and I'll be taken to the backend of the website. That is the WP admin, right? So after the domain is connected, I would also suggest you guys to use your domain name to access the backend, because once you start with all of your digital marketing modules, there can be some plugins that you'll have to install which only work with a domain name, right? So this is the one that you have to use after the domain is connected, always. Okay. Now, before we get into the backend, before we start with any of the changes on the website, in yesterday's session, we covered domain and hosting, right? So before we start, I'll just give you a quick intro about WordPress as well. Just give me 1 second. Yes, sorry about that. All right. So like I was saying, before we get into the website and before we start making any changes over there, let's first do a quick intro about WordPress, what that is, and why WordPress. So WordPress is a CMS platform, right? It's a CMS software. Uh, and what CMS stands for over here is Content Management System. This is what CMS stands for. By the name itself, right, you can tell that this is a platform, this is a software where you manage the content, right? There are multiple other CMS softwares as well, CMS platforms as well, apart from WordPress. WordPress is just one of the, you can say it is like one of the most popular platforms, right? And this is the most used CMS platform out there. There was a time when on the internet, there like more than 40 to 44% of websites were built using WordPress. So it's that popular. It was very popular. And why was it this popular? Let's talk about that, because number one, it does not require coding, right? So CMS platform, the basic idea behind a CMS platform or CMS software is that it should not require coding, right? You don't have to code for anything. You can simply create a website by clicking on a few buttons, right? By simply making a few clicks, you are able to create your website. So it does not require coding. It is very beginner friendly, right? Now this is because of various things. When I say it is beginner friendly, because number one, it does not require coding, so it automatically makes it beginner friendly. Then there's not a lot of jargon used on the platform itself. So when you access your admin, right, WP admin or the dashboard, it does not have a lot of jargon, which makes it confusing to use. All of the language that's used is something that everybody can understand. So these are a few things why we are using a CMS such as WordPress for building our website, because not everybody here is from technical background. We don't have enough time to learn a coding language, right? So yeah, so we're using WordPress to build our website. Now you must have seen somebody over here must have seen WordPress.com. This is not WordPress.com. WordPress.com is a different site, right? Which is owned by the same company, yes. But over at WordPress.com, it is like a platform just like Hostinger or uh, GoDaddy, very similar to that, because it offers hosting services which are paid, right? There are free versions as well. Free hosting is also available, but it has a lot of limitations. That is WordPress.com. So this is the one that I am talking about. And this is WordPress.com. It's just like Hostinger. It also has different products. It offers hosting, right? It offers you to create a blog for free, but with a lot of limitations, right? And a bunch of other products are also there. So you can purchase whatever you like. All of these are paid products, by the way. The one that we are using for our website, this is related to WordPress.org. So the WordPress that we are installing on our websites, it is a free to use platform, right? It is a free to use software. And it is an open source platform. So open source means that anybody can install it on the website and start working on it without any restrictions, right? So this is the free open source platform slash software. And this is the paid service. That is the basic difference between these two. So when you paid for the hosting, when you paid for the domain name, you have not paid for WordPress, you just paid for the space and the domain. You just paid for both of these things. WordPress, the one that we're using, it's absolutely free to use and it can be installed on any type of hosting. Right? Now that we have we understand WordPress a little bit, right? We can start with the customization. So one second, let me log into my website as well. All right. So this is the WordPress dashboard. This is the backend of the website, like we just saw on Trisha's screen as well, right? On my website, however, there are a few additional things on my website because uh, I've already used this website a lot for a bunch of sessions. So everything has already been added to this, right? But towards the end of our 4 sessions, today is the second one. Towards the end of our 4 sessions, you'll also have almost all of these options on your website as well. For now, your dashboard is very simple. It does not have a lot of options, right? You'll see the default options on your dashboard or on your admin for now, right? The first thing that we are going to be doing, the first thing that we're going to be changing on the website is the theme of this website. Right? So we'll change the theme first. For now, like I said, there is a shortcut to the front end. If you want to take a look at the front page of your website or the front end of the website, you can click on this home icon here. Let me open this in a new tab. So this is how the front end looks like on my website, because like I said, once again, don't get confused. I've already worked on this and that's why it looks like this. For you guys, it'll be a very simple page, right? It will not have a lot of content on it. And that for now is a default WordPress theme that is active on your website. So we'll change that. We'll apply a different theme so that we have more control over the website. To do that, what we'll do is on the left hand side, you see all of these options here, right? For me, once again, there are a bunch of extra additional options. Don't focus on that. First of all, take a look at all of these options here on your dashboard, right? Because like I was saying earlier, there's not a lot of jargon being used. So all of the titles, all of these sections are not that difficult to understand, right? There is posts, pages, media, comments, appearance, plugins, users, tools, settings, dashboard, and yeah, I think these are the options that you guys will be able to see. So not very difficult to understand all of these words. You don't really need definitions to understand them. You don't really need explanations to understand all of these words there. Sure, what they do, we'll obviously cover that, right? What is the purpose of certain buttons? We'll obviously take a look at that, but yeah. So we'll change the theme. A theme is like the framework of your website, right? And the current theme that is activated, it does not have a lot of customization. So we change that. To do that, what you have to do is, so theme is something that affects the appearance of your website. It affects the look and feel of your website. So you'll go to appearance. That is where you will find the option for themes. On your left, there will be an appearance button. You go to that and you'll find themes over here. You click on that. And then at first, these are all the themes that are installed on my website. So I have these 4 themes here, out of which you guys will only have these 3, right? This is something that you'll activate. So these 3 themes that you see, these are WordPress default themes. Every year, WordPress creates a new theme, right? So this is for 2025. There was one for 2024, this one, and this one was the default theme in 2023. So every year there is a new default theme. But the default theme does not have a lot of customizations, like I said. So from this page, there is a add theme button at the top. You'll click on that to add a new theme, obviously. Then the one that you need to activate is Astra, A-S-T-R-A. Sharing this name in the chat as well. Right, just enter the exact spelling and you'll be able to find it. A-S-T-R-A. This is the one that you have to activate. The one that says your idea matters, right? The first one on my screen, which is already installed. This is the one that you have to install and activate. So first, it'll have an install button like this. And then once it is installed, you will see the activate button as well. So install this and activate this. Whoever has launched the website, they can try it out. Prisha, you can try it out, try activating this.
Okay.
So you have to go to appearance, then you have to go to themes, then you need to click on add themes, search for Astra, A-S-T-R-A, and install and activate this theme here that says your idea matters. Let me know once you're done. We are installing this theme because it's once again Astra is a very popular theme, right? It's one of the most popular themes out there, and we have been using Astra for since before I had joined Digital Vidya. Astra is being used for everybody's websites. We use this because it is a very lightweight and fast theme, right? It does not pose any problems later on as well if you keep working on it, right? It is very SEO friendly, and and also there is something that we are going to be doing on our website a bit later on. We'll add template to our website, and adding those templates is also possible because of Astra. So Astra is compatible with that, and that is the reason why we are using Astra for our websites. Tisha, are you done?
Yes. Do I press on customize too or no?
Not yet, not yet. Just
Yeah.
activate it.
Yeah, that's done.
All right. Once it is activated, I want you to take a look at the front end once again, Tisha. And when you go to your front end, you will see that the page has changed quite a bit. So just
Yes.
take a look at your front end.
It has.
Yeah, it has, right?
Yeah.
Done. Which means that the new theme has been applied now. And this is what the structure for now looks like for your front page. Right? We'll be changing everything. We'll be adding a lot of content to this, but this is how it looks like for now. So it'll look like right, one second. Since I already have okay. So after the activation also, it is still a very basic page. It does not have a lot of content on it. You will see a menu on the right hand side. For now, it will not have anything because we don't have any pages yet. And you'll see a blog in front of you which will say hello. That is what the front end looks like for the Astra theme as of now. So now before we get to the part where we make any other changes, there are a few requirements from the website, right, that you guys need to fulfill uh, before you start the core modules. Make sure that at least these things are completed. We'll talk about all of these things in detail once again, but before we start doing any changes, I'm just making sure that you guys know about it beforehand, and then we'll keep talking about it later on as well. We'll keep adding on stuff. So you need 3 pages on your website: home, about, and contact. You need these 3 pages on your website. How to create them? We'll take a look at that. Don't worry. I'm just, like I said, I'm just telling you guys what all things are required on the website. So you need 3 pages: home, about, and contact. You can add any other page if you want to, but these 3 should be there. Then you need 3 posts and 3 categories. What are posts? What are categories? We'll talk about that. You need 3 categories, 1 post under every category. So a total of 3 posts. Okay, this is the basic requirement from your website. You need to have these things at least. You can add more posts as well, which will be better for your SEO sessions, but you should have at least 3 posts. Okay, so these are this is how you know that you have completed your website once you have all of these things on your website. Before we make any other changes, do you guys have any questions? Anybody has any questions, or do you want me to repeat anything, any steps so far, whatever we've covered?
These themes are preloaded, but if we want to like customize every bit of the website, then how then what do we do then in that scenario?
You still will be able to customize every bit of this. You can
Okay, but
customize everything with using this theme itself.
okay.
So there are these customize options. You can customize everything on the theme. If you want something unique for your website, then in that case you have to upload a theme. Like before you have to create that theme, you have to then code it into the suited language and then add that code over here, which is a very long step and it requires some level of uh, coding language knowledge and a few other things. Right, so you can create a theme using any other platform first, then you have to put it into code, then you have to put that code over here. That's how you make something very unique, right? But because we don't have to go that route, we'll follow the customizations that are available for this theme, and those customizations are good enough to be able to customize everything on the website. Yes, so before, what do you want me to write these steps there? Which part? For the theme, you mean?
Sir, for WordPress,
For WordPress as in?
how to connect the website from that?
How to launch your website, you mean?
Yes, sir.
Okay, okay. So Surbi, I don't exactly remember the step process, but it'll first ask you. So there are a bunch of questions that it asks you, right? I'll tell you the important ones what you have to select,
Okay, sir.
right? First question is myself, and then you have to click on next. Um, when it asks you what platform or software you want to use, something like this, it will ask you, where do you want to build your website? I think this is the question.
Hmm.
right? So in that you have to select WordPress.
Okay.
Then it will ask you whether you want to use a template or not, right? There will be a template option there. And on the bottom right, there will be a button that says blank site, create blank site.
Okay.
You have to select blank site from
Okay.
there, right? These are the two important ones. Then there is a domain option, and since you have not purchased a domain, you can continue with the temporary domain. Once you have it, you can connect it. Apart from this, yeah, these are the three important ones. The rest of them, you will be one more. There's one more, WordPress administrative password. So in one of these steps, it will ask you to create a user, administrative user, and there you need to be very careful. You need to enter the email ID that you want to use to access your backend. And you have to create your password. So whatever password there will be, you have to delete that. That is a randomly generated password. Remove that and enter your own password and then proceed.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Sure. All right. So all right. Coming back to the backend now, we have activated the theme. Now we'll take a look at one more option, right? Which is where you can create users on your website. So you already have one user, which was automatically created while launching the website. You entered the email ID and password for that, right? So there is one user for you. If you want, you can create other users as well. And there is no upper limit on how many users you can create. You can create endless number of users here on WordPress. What users, why is it useful? Because let's say you want to give the access to your website to somebody else and you want them to edit your pages or edit your posts, right? So you can give them the access for just the pages and posts so that they don't have the access to anything else here, right? And then they can edit your pages and posts for you. Or you want to give somebody the access to just take a look at everything here. If everything is fine or not, you don't want them to make any changes. Then also you can decide the role for them, give them the access, and they will be able to take a look at your backend. The LMS account that you guys are using, right? Everybody has the access to the LMS account. This one here, training.digitalvidya.com. So the username and password that you're entering, you guys also have a certain type of role on the website here. That is why you're able to see all of these, all of the content that is inside. And you're not able to do anything else. Whereas if I were to log in with my account here, I will have a bunch of other options as well, which all of the admins have. Right, so that is an example that you use on a daily basis, that you would be using on a daily basis. You have a user access to that website, training.digitalvidya.com. To create a user, all you have to do is locate the option that says users here. If you go to all users, you'll be able to see all of the ones that are created yet. On my website, I have these two. Right, this is the, both of them have the admin role, as you can see here, administrator and administrator. These are the email IDs for both of them, username, first name and last name, and this is the username. If you have the admin access, you can edit or delete the other user. Since I am logged in with this one, I cannot delete this user, right? I don't see that option here, but this one I can. Now, if you want to create a new user, you will click on add user over here at the top, or you can go to users and click on add user directly here as well. I wanted to show you guys the interface for all users, how it looks like. That is why I went there first. But if you're creating a new user, you can go to users and click on add user here. Now you just need to fill out these details for the person that you're creating the account for. You need to enter a username for them, an email ID for them, first name and last name, and website. These three options are not required, so you can skip them, or you can enter the first name and last name and you can keep this website blank. Then generate a password for them, delete this, enter a password that you want. If it is a very weak password like this one here, you will have another checkbox which says confirm use of weak password. This will only appear if your password is very weak. If I start to strengthen it, I will not see that checkbox here, right? So if it is, click on that checkbox as well, only then you will be able to proceed. Then finally, the most important step here is assigning a role. If you are creating a user for yourself or for somebody that wants full access, then you will give them the administrator role here. Editor and author, both of these roles will have limited access to the website. They can make changes to the pages and posts and the comments on those pages and posts. Contributor cannot directly make any changes. They can create notes for everybody else, and then the person who has the access can make the changes. Subscriber role is the one that you guys have on the LMS account, wherein you're only able to see the content posted, right? And you're not able to post anything there. So subscriber role has the least amount of control. It is just like whenever they will log into the backend of this website, if you give somebody a subscriber role, they will only be able to edit their own profile, and that is it. So your own profile can be edited from here. This is how it would look like to them. These are the only options that they will get. Over here on the right, these are the only options, profile options only. The subscriber role. Right? If you want to try these out, you can create a user with all of these roles, and you will be able to find out just how much access each role has. Every role that you use, you will see the options on the left hand side disappearing, right? So for editor, let's say it will have pages, posts, media, and a bunch of others, but everything else, other options will not be there. Right? So maybe if you want to try it out, you can do that. You can try creating 2 users or 3 users with author, contributor, and editor, and then check out what access they have by entering the username and password on the back. Right, so that can be done. If you want, you can try that out as well. Once again, like I said, There is no limit on how many users you can create. You can create as many users as you want. And these are created to give somebody else the access of your website, generally. Right? Any questions here? All okay? Resume. All right. Okay. So that is users. The first thing that we did was change the theme. Second thing was we discussed about users. I'm not creating a user here because this is not something that you have to do on your website. This is just that you should know about it. So we are covering it, right? And that's why I'm not really creating a user, because that's not something that you have to do. Okay. Now, the reason because for which we were using Astra is so that we can add a template to our website, and so that we don't have to use or create all of the pages from scratch, right? That is one of the things for which we installed Astra. But before we add a template, we will create we'll create a page ourselves as well, so that at least you guys know how to create a page from scratch also. And we'll assign that as the home page as well. So that if you're not working with a template, or even if you are working with a template and you need a new page as your home page, you are able to do it. So there are two types. Let me open my notepad here. So there are two types of content pages that can be added. One is a regular web page, which can be added by going to the pages option, and then there is posts. You can find that here as well. There is a post option here and a pages option here, right? Both of these types of content can be added to your website, but both of them serve different purpose, and they have some differences as well. So we'll talk about that first, and then we'll add a page. Post, most probably we'll be adding that in the next session, right? If we get a chance, if we have some time towards the end, we'll add a post as well. So for pages and for posts, pages are, if I, it is basically timeless pieces of content, right? I'll define this, don't worry, I'm just entering bits of it here. Timeless pieces of content, pages. Posts are whenever you want to give out regular updates, you use posts for that. If you want to add blogs, articles, news, then you use posts for that. Generally on pages, you will see content related to the website itself, or the business, or the brand. Whereas the posts, this will also in a way talk about the website, business, or brand that you are on. But more importantly, it will be talking about the niche of the business or the brand. So for example, and these will be informational pieces of content, right? This is not a product page or a service page where they will try to sell you something. I mean, that is the end goal. So in some or the other way, this will also translate to that only. But this is used for informational purposes whenever you want to put out some informational pieces of content, right? Generally, that is what you will see on pages and posts. And this is like the very basic difference between pages and posts. We'll take a look at an example. Let's say it's Vidya's website. There are a bunch of posts there. Also, one more thing. Yeah, one more thing. Sorry. Posts can be, they can be categorized as well, right? So that it is easier for your visitor to navigate. So these can be categorized as well. Pages cannot be like categorized together. Right. Let's take a look at an example now. This right here, okay, this is Digital Vidya's home page. So it is a page because I said home page. So this is the page that you land on when you visit Digital Vidya's website. That is why it's known as the home page. Over here, you see the content related to Digital Vidya, right? Their products and services, and general information about the brand itself, the business itself. There are a bunch of other pages here as well. There are pages dedicated to each course, which will have details regarding the course itself, details regarding Digital Vidya once again, and some other content. Right? So these are not categorized. However, they are in a drop down, but this is not how you categorize things. Once we do create those categories, it will be much easier to understand. But yeah, these are just simple drop downs. These are not how pages have been categorized. In a way, it also serves the same purpose. So we'll take a look at a post now. We go to blog, right? This is where we'll see all of the posts. These are all of the categories for the posts. Okay. Now, if I click on any category, I'll see posts related to that category. If I click on digital marketing, I'll see posts related to digital marketing as a whole. If I click on search engine optimization, I'll see so I'll see posts related to SEO only. Now, if I click on this, this is the entire post. This is the topic of it, right? This is what the topic for this article is or blog is, and you have all of the content here. There are a few differences on the front end as well, right? Between a page and a post. So let's just take a look at the page once again. So this is the page, or this is a page, or if you open one more page here, yeah. Right, so these are all of the different types of pages here. There is a very There's a key difference at the top of the page and post. So over here at the top of the page, you have this title here, which can be disabled on both of them. But by default on your post, under the title, you will always see some sort of publishing details, publisher details here. You'll see the name of the person that posted this, the date that this was posted on, and this is something additional. So this is not by default, but these few things are by default. You will also see the category on your website. You'll also see the category here. Right, so this is one difference on the front end between pages and posts. You see these details here, whereas on pages, you will not see these details anymore. Second difference lies at the bottom of the post. If you scroll down to the bottom, where this is where the post ends, right? This is the end of the post. And below this, you have a comment box, right? And there are a bunch of comments here. So there's a comment box here, but you will not find that under a page. Just scroll down to the bottom of this page. There is no comment box here. That is difference number 2, default difference. So this comment box is also here by default. You don't have to add the comment box manually. It comes up automatically. Whenever you add a new post, this comes up automatically. One more analogy, if this difference is not clear, the difference here. So in your newspaper, right, just as an example, on newspapers, you see different you see different news articles, right, which keep changing every day, right? They need updation every day. Every day there is a new news article, right? But on some newspapers, there are a few pages which does not have news articles. That page will have the information about the newspaper itself, right? There's some information, there is some place where you have the information about the newspaper itself. That does not change every day, or the brand of the newspaper, right? The company itself, it has the information about that. That page does not keep changing every day. That page remains the same. The details about the whatever details are posted, they remain the same. But the news articles keep changing every day. So the news articles wale sections can be compared to posts, and the section that is not changing every day is a page, can be compared to a page. That is what pages and posts essentially are. So here, when I was saying you need one post under every category, you need 3 blogs, essentially blogs, posts, or blogs. Right? Make sense? Yes?
Yes, understood.
Thank you, Ashutosh. All right. Here. So, yeah, so this is done. This is the basic difference between pages and posts. Once you add both of them, you'll be able to understand this a little better once again. But let's add a page first. We'll add a dummy page for now, just a test page. We'll not add any content on that page. We're adding a blank page. Okay. To add a page, you locate the pages option here on the left, right? This is the pages option. I'll first show you the interface on all pages and then we'll add a new page. So let's go to all pages first. Once you do have a bunch of pages, this is how all pages section would look like. So it will have the title over here for all of your pages, the author right here who posted them, author, this name here, it appears depending on the user that published that page. So I am on this user currently. If I create a new page, this will be the author for that. And then it has the publishing details here, when it was posted, what time, what date. Right, these are some of the things that you see here first. Then at the top, you have some level of, you can say, different categories of pages. So you will see all pages here. You will see mine, which means that since I'm logged in with this user, I'll only see the pages that I have posted. So I posted these four, right? If there is a post in draft, you will see a draft option here. Since none of them is in draft, all of them are published. You see all of them here. If a page has been deleted, it will be here. If a page is password protected or a private page, you will see that here as well. Then you have some bulk actions. You can bulk edit or bulk delete, right? To do that, you just need to select the pages that you want. Then click on this drop down, select move to trash and click on apply. As soon as I click on apply, both of these pages will be deleted. I'm not going to do that right now, but that is how to do it. Then under every page, if you hover over a page, you will see some options below that as well, right? Edit with Elementor is something that you'll not see for now. This will be there on your accounts as well very soon. There is a edit button, a quick edit, trash and view option. Trash and view are self-explanatory. Trash means delete, view means take a look at the page, how it looks like on the front end. Then there is edit and quick edit. Edit will take you to the page itself where you can start editing the content of the page. However, quick edit will give you some quick changes that can be made, such as you can edit the title. You can change the date of when this was posted, time can be changed. You can change the author. If you want, you can make it password protected, entering the password, or you can keep it private for your viewing only. Right? You can create a hierarchy if you want. You can add a parent page for this. We are not going to be doing that. And over here, there is a slug option as well, right? Slug is nothing but a URL friendly version of your title. And by URL friendly, what I mean is a slug is a URL friendly version of your title. So whatever content you're adding, you have a title for that. Right, you'll have a title for that, be it a post, be it a page, be it a category, or whatever you're adding onto your website. It will have a title, and that title needs to have a slug as well for the URL. By URL friendly, I mean that it should be all in lowercase and no spaces. Instead of spaces, in URLs, you will see different separators, hyphens or underscores, right? Also, slug is something that WordPress creates for you automatically. You don't have to create a slug manually. You just have to enter the title, and depending on the title name, it converts that into lowercase, and wherever there is space, it enters a hyphen there. So you don't have to do it manually yourself. Right? So these are some quick edits that can be made right here. This is what the interface here looks like on all pages. For all posts as well, the interface will be very similar. We'll take a look at that once we try to add a new post. Now to add a page, you can either click on add page here on the left. You can click on add page here at the top, or you can hover over this plus sign and click on page here, which will take you to the same place. So there are multiple ways that you can go about it. You can click on either of these and you land on the same page. So I'll click on add page. Now the first thing that it is asking me is a title. Obviously, I need to give it a title first. Let me delete this test page first. So I'll give it a title for now, home test. This is just a test page. Right above the title on the left hand side, there is an icon here. This is the visibility icon, right? Which looks like an eye. This is the visibility icon for the title. So if I click on this, my title is now disabled, which means that my title will not appear on the front page, right? On the page itself, my title will not appear at the top. So I've disabled this. And for now, you only have to do this. Enter the title, disable the visibility because we're just testing it out. We're not adding any content. Title, disable visibility and publish. Publish button is here on the top right. You click on publish twice and now this page is added to my website. To go back to the admin, to all pages, you just click on this top left here. For me, I have this icon. For you guys, you will see a WordPress logo here, right? We'll change this afterwards, but for you guys, you'll see a WordPress logo. Click on this, which will take you to all pages again. And you can see that the page that I just added is appearing right here. That is how you add a new page. We did not add any content because we don't want to use that editor which we just saw to add the content. We will be using a different type of editor for that. So this test page has been added now. I want this to be applied as the home page. For now, my home page is this. Right? This is my home page. I want the page that I've just created to be appearing as my home page here. For that, what you will do is on the left hand side, you need to search for settings. Under settings, you need to go to reading. So you need to access the reading settings of your website. For you guys, because you've just launched your website and you've just added the theme Astra, this option will be selected for you, your latest posts. You have to select the second option instead of this. You have to select a static page. Then you have these two drop downs below. The home page drop down, you need to select the page that you want as your home page. So this is the name of my page. I'll select this here. Home test is now added as my home page. Under post page, you guys don't have to keep anything. Don't assign a post page for you, right? What this does is this basically showcases all of the posts on a single page. So whatever new posts you keep adding, if you have assigned a page here, they will keep going to that page. You don't have to assign a post page for now, just assign the home page, then scroll down and save changes. Now this page has been applied. This was a blank page because I just added it. So I'll visit my front end. Let me refresh. And now you can see that this blank page has been added as my home page. This section here is the footer of my website. So that's not the part of the page. The page is still empty. Right, repeating once again. First of all, to add a new page, you go to pages, then you click on add page, you give it a title, disable the visibility, and then publish that page. Once the page is published, you will find that here under all pages. To assign this page as your home page, as the home page of your website, you have to go to settings. Then you go to reading settings here. You select a static page option. Home page drop down, you select the page that you want to be assigned as the home page. Let's switch it back to the original one. Post page, you don't have to assign anything. Just assign your home page, scroll down, click on save changes. I have changed it back to the previous page. So if I refresh it once again, the previous page will be applied as the home page now. That's it. Yep, everybody with me?
Yeah, understood.
Yes. Okay. Trisha, Subhi, Divyaj, Anish, how about you guys? Okay.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. All right. So we'll keep it at this. We'll end the session today at this much only because a lot of you guys have not launched the website yet, right? So I want you guys to launch the website before tomorrow's session, number one. Number two, try to complete all of these steps that I've just discussed about. Try to complete all of these steps before tomorrow's session so that you also get a sense of, you also get some practical exposure for all of the things that we just talked about. Because otherwise, it was just me who was talking, right? So try everything out, apply all of these things on your website by tomorrow. And then tomorrow onwards, what I want from you guys in this session is number one, try to be a little more interactive if that is possible. I know these sessions are in the morning and I think everybody's a little sleepy, but just try to be with me during these sessions. And number two is I will be from tomorrow onwards, I'll be giving you guys some time because all of the websites will be launched. So after every step, I'll give you 5 to 10 minutes to complete that step in the session itself, to try that out in the session itself, so that we can have some questions, we can have some back and forth, so that you understand everything a little better. So make sure that your websites are ready by then.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Perfect. Trisha, you can try them out right away after the session, right? And you tried it along with me simultaneously.
Yes, I just had a question. The home page, the home about and the contact will come the same as the page, right?
Home, about, and contact. These are 3 pages. Yes,
So they
I
will come
did.
in way that we write the home test page, right?
Just like that. Yes, you have to create them like that. Yes.
Okay. Okay.
But
Thank
for
you.
now, you just have to create the test page, because we will be adding a template to our website. So you don't have to create all the 3 pages manually.
Okay.
Right? Okay. So this was it for today's session. I will see you guys tomorrow now. While trying everything out, if you have any questions, make sure to create a note for that at your end,
Is
and then
it
we'll take
possible
you.
to have some sort of is it possible to have some sort of a downloadable PDF where these steps are written like one after the other? Because now when we are going to do it, so we'll have to again come back to the video to look what steps did you perform, then go flip over to our page. So instead, is there a downloadable PDF where the steps are mentioned verbally?
Uh, Not really, Anish, not really. For some of these steps, you will be able to find some of them in your LMS account. There is a blog designing or development session course, right? In that course, you will be able to find some of these steps, but not all of them. So yeah, you can take a look at it. Let me see if what all steps are available there. There will be for sure ad page wala step. There will be a home page wala step as well there. But the screenshots can be a little outdated. So I need to check. 1 second. So this is blog development and designing course. It will be there in your accounts. If you click on part 1, because at this point of time, the course that is available here, this over here, we'll be using a different hosting from AWS. So some of those steps are a little different, but after that, from installing WordPress theme, it will be kind of the same. Right, so this is for the Astra theme that we installed today. These are the steps. It is mentioned here. Then there is for a new user as well. Let's see, creating pages is also here. But there is a 2-minute video for this. So there's this 2-minute video. You can go through this for creating pages. Nice. So yeah, like I said, there are some of these options here. And the 2 options that we talked about, the 2 things that we discussed in today's session, both of these are available here. Installing the theme and creating a page. So if watching the recording is a little too much, you can go through these two steps here. Also, do you guys need these notes here? Although these are very like these are not in the any order as such, but if you need them, let me know.
Yes, sir, we note.
Oh, my screen was paused over. Yeah. My screen was paused. Okay. Anyways, I've shared the link below in the chat. If it asks you for a password, the password is 128 123456778. If it asks you for a password before opening the link. It will be available for 2 hours only, so just make a copy of everything, put in a notepad so that you, because this will only be available for 2 hours. And Anisha, I was talking about this. I'm so sorry, my screen sharing was paused. Right, and I was just talking about it, and I think you guys were not able to see this. So this is the blog development and designing course available on your LMS account, right? And over here you have the steps to install the WordPress theme that we just installed, Astra. You have the steps for that right here. And for pages as well.
So it's the same thing we did today.
Yes, more or less it's the same thing. For a lot of these other options, no, you don't have to follow for the other steps. So you can take a look at the theme wala step here and the pages wala step. Right, because at this point when we were using this course, we actually were using a different type of hosting back then. Right, but the WordPress steps are still same. So starting from where the WordPress has been installed over here after step 5, all of these steps are still valid. So post step 5, whatever steps are there, you can follow this. Right, but we've not added a post yet, so you can skip that. Pages wala, you can follow along, and WordPress theme wala you can follow. Right.
Okay, thanks.
Also, I've shared the notes once again for anybody if you missed out on it. I've shared the link in the chat. The password for that is 123456778 if it does ask you for a password. And this link will only be available for 2 hours. Copy this link and copy all of the notes in a notepad. Right. So that was it for today's session. I'll see you guys tomorrow, hopefully with your websites launched and a homepage applied, right? And then we'll start from tomorrow. We'll start adding a post and a bunch of other things. For today, this was it. Thanks a lot. Thank you guys. I will see you tomorrow. Till then, have a great day. The recording will be available with you in the next 3 to 4 hours.
Okay.
Okay, thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you guys. Thank you. Bye bye.